are living the exact life you planned for yourself to live. So your life is going according to plan. No matter if you feel that it deviates from the plan or that it is impossible that you planned those things for yourself. This is very hard to grasp. Why would we plan for ourselves such a plan? Why didn't we plan for ourselves the most optimal plan possible, only the best things for us to happen, that things go smoothly and everything we desire will happen and will always be healthy and everyone around us and will never know sorrow and will be successful and rich and respected and everything. This will be, we believe, humanity believes that this is the plan, it would plan for itself. So you think, if I had the power to plan my life, I wouldn't plan it just as they are revealing themselves to me. This is not my plan. It is impossible. I wanted these things for myself in my life to happen. Sometimes very bad things happen to us in our lives and we can't understand why would someone want to subject himself, herself to such pain and sorrow. It is impossible. If it was up to me, you think, I would plan it differently. There's an inevitable collision between the reality we live, the hardship, and the plan that we would prefer that happened to us if we thought we planned the whole thing. So in the human perception, this plan can't be mine. I couldn't have done that to myself. This concept derives from the fact that we are being captivated by the identification of the separate form. Means that we believe who we are. I think I am this person, I live in this place, these are my friends and family, these are the circumstances, this is what I am, and inside this structure, this is what should have happened to me if I would have planned it. And then you go on and live your life and you see that nothing is going according to plan. Everything is so unpredictable. Everything is so not what I would choose for myself if I had the power. Because I believe I am this character, this narrow, small character. So the calculations we make in planning this plan, this ideal plan, are being made from a very narrow perspective, the perspective of one phenomena, which is us. What would be best for us? This form. We identify with this form, we want things to happen to this form, so this is what's supposed to be the plan for it. When we look at things from this narrow point of view, so it's very logical that this plan doesn't make sense. Why would I plan that to myself? It doesn't make sense. But if we broaden the viewpoint of this plan, and we'll see that it's not a specific plan for a specific phenomena which is us. We are only an expression of this oneness that is all the phenomena all at once, and all these phenomena are unreal at the same level. But this kind of planning from this narrow point is the illogical thing to do, because we are oneness. So we have to plan this plan as one. And this opens countless, endless, infinite ways in which the plan should develop. Because think about the plan you would plan for yourself in your life. Just one timeline of a person. And then try to think about all the others just in your immediate surroundings and their plan that should match yours. Because if you rise in the plan, someone else has to be lower, so you can feel that you are successful and he is not. So there has to be some kind of, it's like scales. It always wants to be even. The scales wants to be even. So everything has its counter reaction. And so if you want to plan for this narrow figure, which is you, and your immediate surroundings, just to make your life plan work or be balanced or show itself, think of how many parameters you'd have to take into consideration when you understand, try to understand that every second is an interjection, that things clash and things react to each other. So every second you have to plan this reaction between the unreal phenomena. So it will work, so it will make some kind of progress, so it will look that there will be continuity in the stories, the life stories. So think only about you and your immediate surrounding and see how difficult it will be to make such a plan, knowing that every second from the moment of your birth to the day you die is an intersection between you and something that responds to you, and then these countless encounters and interactions create the story, which is your life story, the plan that you planned for yourself, in order for it to be logical, valid, something that has some kind of continuity, a story. When you've done this kind of mathematics, open your mind a little more and try to see how a plan like this should be planned if you take your entire country into this planning, and then the entire planet, and then the entire visible cosmos, or what we don't know, and then try to make this calculation and see how everything reacts to one another. And then you'll understand what I'm trying to say. The fact that we think that we are separate and narrow, and us, this egotistical thinking, which is the healthy thing for you to do right now, because you are trapped in the separate form and can't identify what you are truly. Right now you are this oneness, but this kind of planning is not possible in a reality like yours. You just have to look at your world, at the world around you, and see that it cannot work just to fit you, and it cannot create stories, good stories, without bad stories. Because we are all this oneness, it doesn't matter what kind of story you express. You are part of the same oneness. This plan is for the entire thing. Your plan your specific life, which is decided by us, this unity, this oneness, this emptiness, this nothingness. It is pre-decided by us from the first breath we take as babies coming into this world. Who are our parents? This is part of the plan. How we grow up, who we meet, what we do. And everything has happened in this oneness, which is emptiness. This is a story we live, and we don't know, we are not living it, really. It's like in the movies, you see the film of what already happened. Like in the movies, the film has already been written, and the players acted, and the editor edited it, and they added the special effects, and nothing can change the line of the movie. You cannot look at a movie in a movie house and say, okay, I don't like this line of plot. This is not what's supposed to happen, but it already has happened. Someone has put a lot of thinking, if we use human terms, because this thing, it doesn't think, it doesn't plan. These are all words I tried to use in order to explain how he does that. We do that. But it already did that. It already took all the parameters of the entire oneness and created this plot, and you cannot move inside it, inside your movie. You just have to sit back and let it roll. It doesn't mean you cannot act in the movie. It doesn't mean you cannot do anything in your power to evolve and to make a difference and to try to wake up from this illusion. But it doesn't matter what you do. What you are doing is what you planned for yourself to do. It has already been decided by this planner. Who is this planner of our lives? So, if there are no separate forms, and we are not separated from each other, and my life story is your life story, and the cat's life story, and the grass's life story, everything is this oneness. So only one thing has to plan it. This is what plans it. Where does it plan this elaborate, astonishing, comprehensible plan? Where does he do that? When does he plan? So the answer is this thing, which is this oneness, all nothingness, God, call it what we want, does not obey or look like anything we know from this physical illusion of a world. So the concept of time and space inside this oneness does not exist, and it is very hard to grasp. How can it be that there is a place which is not a place, and there is in a time which is not any kind of time? But if you walk with me this road and try to understand where this plan took place, and I say took place because it has already happened, not because it was in the past, because it is this thing that is talking right now. This is this oneness right now, this is it, and it is living in an absolute present moment, and this is what it does in the moment. All this planning is happening right now, not in the usual kind of thinking that I am thinking about something and I'll plan it and it will happen. No, it is and has and will in the same time. So when an has and is and will, the three tenses, they are put together. They eliminate one another, and what you are left with is this non-time thing that is doing this right now. Your plan is being created, lived, and ending right now. So it's not like there was a God up above in the clouds, and he was merciful, and he was sitting, and then a figure came forward and he said, what will you want your life to be like? Let's plan it. And then they set together this God and this person, which identifies itself as different from this God. And they planned the whole thing, and you signed it, and you said, no matter how hard it will be, this is my plan, and I know that. I chose this plan for myself. So this doesn't happen. There is no such place that is not this immediate place, the one that you see right now in front of your eyes. At this moment, if you are looking at me, you are looking at a screen of a computer. This is the oneness, this is the mystery, this is the big plan, this is where it's happening right now. There is no other place other than the place your eyes rest on right now. You are the only expression of this oneness by being it, by living it as a separate form, and the only thing you can grasp is this oneness. In the illusion, because in its nature, it is all these viewpoints all at once, undivided. So it's not like there is a separate form who makes a plan for itself somewhere and agrees to this plan even if it's hard. No, there is only one thing. This oneness projects itself to the present moment, which is it, and living these countless encounters between the imagined separate forms, which everything about this thing is beautifully coordinated within itself, because you have to be very, very accurate so it will work. It's like an amazing machine with countless moving parts. Each part should move in such a way that will match the other part, and this shows the magnificence of this machine. You may think, I wouldn't do that to myself. Why is my plan so unsatisfying? Why am I this character? If I'm oneness, why am I not a more beautiful, successful, rich, healthy expression? Why am I not living another plan? And the answer is you are. You are living every plan in this planet. Every person you see is you. And so his plan is your plan, and there is no point in being jealous of anyone because he is you, or feel sorry for anyone because he is you, or hate anyone because he is you. This is the same oneness. What's the point of narrowing ourselves only to this one perception. If you follow the line, this radical line of thinking, you are truly liberated, because you are not longer this narrow thing and this specific plan. You are so many amazing life plans. You live them, you express them, they interact, and you see your glory in every and each one and every phenomena. And you are it. It is amazing. This is the plan. When you think about your specific life plan, and you look at it in this kind of line of thinking or reason, and you think, maybe I was born in this place for a reason, and that reason was to express something inside this surrounding. What is it that you express in your life? Look at your plan. Look at your life, which is the plan. You follow it. You have to follow it. You have to do that. It's not, there is someone who is following a plan. This is the plan. It is happening. It is rolling. Surrender to it. Accept it. Accept your circumstances. This is what you wanted as this separate form. Not because you are a separate form, because you are this oneness, which is everything all at once. So what difference does it make? If you believe me, that you are one with everything, you can easily say and see that there is no logic of clinging to this separate form and thinking the plan should have been different for you, or think about other people's plans. You will be very satisfied with your own life and with your own even hardships, if you understand that they are not yours. They are everyone's. We had to do that as this oneness. We had to play parts, endless, countless parts. No part is more important than the other part. No life plan is more superior to other life plans. No one is more important in this oneness. Your life, your plan is perfection itself. And you can see it if you try to look at your life, and you can see it through the synchronicity of events and people. And through looking at your life truly, not just resenting it, seeing the beauty in it and starting to see the points in which you interact and express things, and see what this plan wants from you. Why it puts you in sometimes in such difficult situations, and you have to create something and express something that leads to a chain reaction of events and synchronicities, and everything is yours. Is this thing is happening together all the time. We did that so beautifully. We are doing it so beautifully. This wonderful plan. And then if I think about Simcha's plan, the one that is currently looks like a phenomena that speaks like a woman, and her life plan was leading her to that moment when she realized what she is, and then it continued with her life plan, because what she is doing right now is also pre-decided for the character Simcha to do. This is her life plan right now, being in that state. Doesn't change what was pre-decided, but yet she is following the plan. And it's nothing new. It's not that she had a different plan and now she's improvising. There is no room for improvisation in this state. There is no space for improvisation. All the improvisation is beautifully inherent inside the plan, inside our actions, inside the movement of the leaves in the wind. This is the improvisation of this thing. But right now Simcha is following her plan. This is what happened to the plan. And consequently, she's influencing sometimes another person's plan. And this was also pre-decided that this heart will hear these words when she follows her plan. And she interacts with other phenomena which are unreal as she is, and they are leading to changes inside their plans. Maybe they are evolving, and this is also part of this plan, this encounter. These words are predetermined. We, the oneness, have decided that this separate form will say these words, and this separate form will turn off the computer if he doesn't like these words, or she will do something after she has heard such words and tried to evolve in some way. This is why I say it doesn't matter if you will realize what you are and will live in this kind of state of peacefulness, because you are already this peacefulness itself that is playing this game with itself, that is still seeking, but it's also part of your plan, part of the story. And if you are a seeker and you say, I don't know why this plan for me is so much seeking, why can't I find it? Why is it not in my plan? Maybe it is in your plan. You can't know that. You can't run fast forward in the film and see the end. You have to live this process. The fact that Simcha's plan was to wake up shows that it was the oneness plan as general to wake up. Because when she did that, when she became this thing, everything else is one with her. So it has already happened, and not happened because it's not a moment in time. So all this thing, all this illusion, your life, your plan, your troubles, they are this like reflection of a fainted memory of something that never happened. There is only this liveness of this thing, of this quietness. This is the plan. This was always the plan. This is the only thing that is this existence, this nothingness. And all these amazing phenomena and plans, stories, lines of stories, interactions, improvisations, liveness of imaginary world, all this thing beautifully coordinated within itself doesn't really happen, doesn't have any substance, matter, time, space anything known to you right now as real is not. It's like something like a fainted memory of something that never happened. When you look at your life and your life plan, and this light, this bright light of knowing what you are not this narrow figure, phenomena, with a specific plan that doesn't concern anyone else, it's only yours. You are infinite oneness. This is your plan for the entire thing, because you are this entire thing. There is no division. And this plan is ours. We planned it. We are planning it right now. We are living it right now. This is what we chose. We can do what we want in our lives, and we should do everything in our powers to live the most full life we can. This was also pre-decided by us. So everything that is left is to live and express the best we can this beautiful creation of ours, our life, our plan.